We all love watching movies in some shape or form. Either we go to watch them in the cinemas when they come out, or we just wait for them to get released on a streaming service soon after. We can't get enough of them. Hollywood has truly become the movie making machine it is today. However, there is one interesting aspect of Hollywood that not many people talk about. It's the movies that don't get released. To me, I think talking about movies that were never made can be just as interesting as movies that were made. There have been so many films in Hollywood that have gotten canceled over the years, it's insane. This film in particular that I want to talk about has created quite the legacy for itself. This is a film that many people believe is cursed because every actor who auditioned for the lead role died. This film in question is called Atuk. Atuk is a movie that was developed in the 1970s up until the 1990s. It is based on the 1963 novel, The Incomparable Atuk. The plot revolved around an Eskimo who wants to go to New York to pursue his dream as an artist. The first actor to try out for this movie was John Belushi, who read the script in the early 1980s and was interested in participating in the film. However, in March of 1982, he ended up dying of a drug overdose at the age of 33 years old. So, United Artists, the production company, decided to delay the film until they could find another actor. A couple years go by, and in 1988, Sam Kinison eventually won the part, and they actually shot a couple scenes with him before he eventually decided to leave the project, citing creative differences as the reasoning for his departure. So they had to delay the film again, and a couple years later, in 1992, when they decided to resume filming for the film, Sam Kinison ended up dying in a car accident, so they had no choice but to delay it yet again. And in 1994, John Candy ended up winning the lead role before he eventually died of a heart attack. And in 1997, Chris Farley, another Saturday Night Live actor, won the lead role before, similar to Belushi, he died of a drug overdose in his hotel room at the age of 33 years old. Around that same time, Phil Hartman, another Saturday Night Live actor, was also reading for the part, and he ended up winning the role after Farley's death. But unfortunately, Hartman ended up being murdered in his sleep in 1998 by his wife. So, all five of these actors, they tried out for the lead role, but they ended up dying before they could even get a chance to completing the movie. So, United Artists figured, you know what, we're just going to cancel this movie altogether. There's no need to make it, okay? Now, people on the internet like to think that this film is cursed, considering all the actors that died, but many people would just say, well, it's just bad timing, I think it's just more of a coincidence that all these people died around the same time they were reading for a movie. Keep in mind that all the actors that they approached for this film either had health issues, drug addictions, or they surrounded themselves with the wrong people at times. So, it's pretty debatable if the film could ever get made nowadays. The director has gone on to say that I never really believed in curses until that happened. The writer of the film has since denied any rumors about this movie, and a lot of modern comedians like Will Ferrell and Jack Black have expressed interest in making the movie, so it really depends if this movie could ever get made today. But then again, seeing how comedy in Hollywood changes like every decade, it might seem a bit tasteless to adapt from a 30-year-old script. So only time will tell if this movie ever gets made.